All right, hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This episode is a little piecemealed here together. So basically, we had a chance to go to GEO-82 back in July 21st of this summer of 2025. We had a great time, but we were with a friend, and as I think we've said on the channel before, a lot of times we either get distracted or we just don't want to film, or we film, but I'll purposely just sort of film and not narrate at the time, and I'll dub over it later just because I want to spend time with the people we're hanging out with, and that was kind of the situation here. So um no big deal. We got some great footage, and we definitely wanted to share that with you. Like we say, part of what we want on this channel is for you guys to see what we're up to, and for us in return to share with you not just what we're doing, but what are these experiences like. We know a lot of you are traveling to Disney World for your own vacation, and you may want to check these places out. So you're trying to figure out, hey, is it worth my time? Is it, food that I'll enjoy? That kind of stuff. So that's why we chose to still, edit this video together. But I want to give you the heads up first. So I'm gonna put at the bottom whether the footage is from July or November. In my opinion, just based off the brief, time we're in the restaurant, I don't think they made any major changes physically to like the decor, to the restaurant itself. Same for the menu; it's the same menu. Um, so with that said, just so you're aware of why there's going to be dates on the bottom of the screen, but we had a great time both times. Here we go. We'll share that with you. Let's roll it. So this is from July. As you can see, we actually rode Spaceship Earth first. Why that's important is because as you exit Spaceship Earth, many of you know, you come out into this area here where you can have some interactive games and some fun, and then off to the side there's the entrance to GEO-82, so you can get to it directly after exiting Spaceship Earth. And just another look at the entryway. This is like basically like the host check-in, hostess stand down there, and there's stairs, or there's an elevator. We ended up taking the elevator, but it's very pretty, century modern look to it. Hey, here we're in the elevator at GEO-82. Yeah. And here we go. So they handed us a tranquility hand towel. It's a nice cold towel for your hands, or I guess you could blot your face or your neck. That's what Mars got going on here. And otherwise, yes, it's very tranquil. Otherwise, this is a little bit of lobby. Pretty up here. It's low lit. My camera's actually making it slightly brighter than it is. But you see the wood design, it's really cool. And then I believe the bar's through there, the restaurant. And then this is the entryway. As you come up, this is where they give you the towel. There's stairs and an elevator. Pretty cool. Lots of seating in here. And then there's some menus to look at. So cool. We will settle in. There's a display case with a lot of different whiskeys and liquors in there, as well as a little bit of the menu showing the different glasswares, and it's just a nice display. But one thing that they are showing you is that they have a special flight that's only available here, and in fact these whiskeys are only available at GEO-82. And so these are the four. So it's the Stag, the Woodford Reserve, and the Uncle Nearest, and I forget the other one, but you saw it there in the video. The lobby is very pretty, I think, and again, it's that mid-century modern kind of look with a little kind of a spacey flair, right? Beautiful wood kind of art piece in the ceiling. I like the gold accents, and just like the copper and the metal feels to it. It's really nice. I think they did a really good job with it. There are menus kind of around the lounge or the waiting area, I guess. You can of course look through it. This is save you the time, I guess. So once you're in there, you can get ready to go. But spoiler alert, we ended up getting the brown butter old fashioned, and then I got the whiskey flight both times, or the bourbon flight, I guess. But you can see there's a lot of different stuff on here, and these are all alcoholic. But on the next page, they do have some zero proof, right? And then they also have some beer and wine. And then their food section is rather small. It's just the one page, but out of the food that we've tried so far, which is we ended up getting the tuna as well as the charcuterie board, and they were both fantastic. We definitely recommend those if that's your thing. And then once you're called, you walk down this wall, which of course is really cool because it looks like the outside of Spaceship Earth. You're made to believe this is the side of the sphere that butts up against the restaurant, right? So it's really cool. I mean, let's face it, we've all probably wanted to touch that. And then you come into a beautiful, well-lit lounge. Oh, and here's another display case, actually. Same whiskey, so she's pointing out there. But we came, and this was around like 7 o'clock, but keep in mind it's July, so the sun stays up much later. But yeah, it was very, very well lit. There are, accent lighting in here, and again, the decor is the same. It's kind of the brown earthies mixed with like the steel, like metallics. You get the brass and gold, and then the kind of colder stuff. The silverware reminded me of the silverware that they have at Space 220. I would imagine it's the same or very, very close. Also, they had chopsticks, as you can see here. And even the little plate was nice. I thought, again, just as far as aesthetics go, I thought they did a really good job. I think the ones at Space 220 are black. These ones, I guess, are chrome, but they definitely remind me of the same type of silverware. But probably neither here nor there. And there's some scale. It's a tiny little fork, if you couldn't tell. And then again, the little plate. Everything here is basically appetizers, so that's all you need. And here's a look at my bourbon flight, and it goes clockwise, starting with the lower left to the highest proof, which ends up being 120 proof. They say people like the third one the best. I like them all. They thought they were pretty good. Mars got the Manhattan there. It's actually a zero proof. So yeah, we enjoyed this. Very well done. Decent pours for the bourbon, and yeah, again, just really enjoyed ourselves. And then now we switch back to July. Here is the butter toffee old fashions. So. And they were great, and as you can see, they ended up pouring on table side, and he does a pretty good job of trying to balance that out there. Adds the garnish, and so there's a little presentation factor to it, I suppose, and I did get to try that, and it was very, very delicious. It's definitely on the sweet side, but not so much that I think one glass of that will do you good. And then again, I laugh because I guess I actually didn't realize that I had gotten it both times. But here's my bourbon flight. Most of the drinks are around 20-ish. The flight is 55, just so you have reference. I think it was listed in the menu though. And he is trying to explain the bourbons a bit. And then here is the tuna, which was amazing, very well done, and that's actually some salt on top. And then the charcuterie, also very well done. It was delicious. Sorry, I don't remember all the different meats and things, but it was very good. We enjoyed ourselves. A little bit of honeycomb there too. The cheeses were great. All around really good charcuterie. We've had a lot at Disney. And then we jump back to November here, and you'll see our view. We're actually literally on the opposite side, the exact opposite side, which is kind of funny, but also still very well lit. They actually have the shades drawn this time, showing you a little bit of the view there, which is fantastic. And then here we go, juxtaposition, jump back to July. We had been here a while now. Like I said, our reservation, I think it was 7 or 7:30, and so the sun is setting, and you can see what it looks like a little bit as the sun goes down. And then back again to November, but this is me just pondering around, looking at the floor here. So this floor mimics the floor they used to have outside way back in the day, which I do recall this, around the big fountain they used to have, and it sparkled and lit up at night, and it was just a lot of fun. And then just a closer look at the geodes here for the sphere. Yeah, which you can touch, as you can see, and just kind of fun to play with. I do think that's neat. And the ceiling also very sparkly and twinkly, so just kind of a nice view though. There are restrooms, actually. They're right directly behind me, so as you go from the waiting area into the restaurant or lounge, you pass the restroom, so those are available upstairs. Very comfortable inside, of course, as you can imagine. Nice, air conditioned. And if I didn't mention, or if you didn't know, this is 21 and over. That's why you will not see any children in this lounge. They are not allowed. Alright, so we're back in the car, ready to head out. A little surprise, we went over to GEO-82.
Yeah, oh, it's a big surprise, not a little surprise. Go over there, I was like, we can't go there, we don't have a reservation.
Yeah, so I gotten this one this morning, so worked out pretty well, I think, on the timing. I thought it was pretty good. We ended up just having our drinks, as you saw, but the flight was really good. I think the last one was my favorite. I know she said to some, like they get the most burn out of it because it's the higher proof, but it's all about how you drink it, I think. I thought it was really good. I thought the flavor was really there, and I could tell the difference of the whiskey, so I think I like that one. But what about your drink?
I liked it. It tasted like the hibiscus refresher, but with like a cherry twist. It was the 0 proof Manhattan style, so that was nice because I had just had the cider, so I was like, I need a break. But when we go back, I have another drink I want to try and some snacks.
What do you think of the atmosphere?
I love it there because it was a little loud, but not too crazy, but it's calm, it's comfortable, it's very pretty. So it was nice, just people watching.
Yeah, I think the aesthetic in there is really good, and I was kind of paying attention to the bartender. He seemed to be pumping out the drinks really quickly.
And if people messed up on which drink they touched, he told them not to take it, and he was remaking those.
Yeah, that's true.
So he was on top.
He did do that with the table. I think it was an allergy issue. So, but I just thought that was, a good take for him. Like, I don't know that everyone does that. I don't know if I've seen that everywhere, but I just thought that was nice. It seemed like his goal was, hey, we got these orders, and it's my job to get these drinks out as fast as I can. I just thought that was a nice approach. So, in an environment like that, especially with the prices, I think that helps. I think that goes a long way, right? You're paying this for it, and if your drink comes out quickly, it's just kind of nice. A little extra. You feel like you got something a little extra for it. So, I just really like that a lot.
Yeah, it's like next time, like if it's telling Nate I'm doing so well with surprises, because like if I'd have known in advance, then I would have gotten another drink, and I can have 2 drinks there. But that's just like, oh, it's a nice, just relax, get out of the crazy weather, and just have some sippable drinks.
Yeah, so we didn't get any food this time. Like I said, this is actually our second time there. I actually didn't show you the footage from our first time because I didn't film a lot, but I am going to sprinkle it in here. So we got the charcuterie last time, and we got the tuna dish. Yeah, and it was really good. You can see it here. I'll put it in. It was really nice. So I think they do have good food options. I just wish they had a little more variety. I understand they're not a full restaurant, but even for appetizers, I think they're kind of limited. I'm not sure everyone's gonna order what they got.
Like you said before, like a dessert option would be nice.
Sure, yeah. I think for a lot of people, they would love to just. Honestly, you can get away charging quite a bit for just a simple scoop of like vanilla, like pure vanilla ice cream or something like that. People would love that. Just to sit up there. I think the environment, the restaurant itself, and then the view goes a long way for this. That's why people are there, and you can get away with a little more. So just our thoughts on it, but had a good time today for sure.
Pretty good. I would just say, like, if you guys go there and sit on the booth, just be mindful of the people sitting next to you. I've had a rude lady encounter, but other than that, it was...
Yeah, we had our bags. So Mars had the bags next to her on the bench, and then when someone went to sit in their seat, they would just had disregard for our stuff that was there. So a little rude, unfortunately, but it happens. You know, we were proactive about it.
Side, she just said, "Excuse me," and then it was fine.
Right.
I moved my stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, there's always a right way and a wrong way, or at least a better way and a wrong way. So, yeah, I guess something to throw out there. But otherwise, we had a really good time. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for following us. If you haven't subscribed, though, go ahead and click that button. And until next time, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.